My name is Investigator Jared Wall. I work for the Georgia Post Council, and unfortunately, we have a case on you due to your termination. They're out of Jones County. Were you aware of that?
No, I was not. No, what does that mean?
Well, anytime somebody's a certified officer, jailer, corrections, stuff like that, and they are arrested, terminated, resign in lieu of termination, or resign under investigation, we'd take a look at it and see what happened, what went on. And the council will decide what to do with your certification. Do they let you keep it and put you on probation? Do they not take any action? Or, do they revoke it? So that's what we do. We're a state agency, Peace Officer Standard and Training Council, Post. So that's what we do. And like I said, unfortunately, I've got an investigation due to that termination. So as part of the investigation process, we gather documents from the agency that you work for. We conduct an interview of you to get your side of the story, and then we just compose an executive summary to the board and let them know the facts that we learned in the case. And then the probable cause committee will hear the case, and they'll make a recommendation what to do with your certification. Now, that recommendation will be mailed to you within 10 days of them meeting. They only meet 4 times a year. And each time they meet, those recommendations are then taken before the general counsel. General counsel hears it, and then it becomes a final action. There are some appeal processes built in between those and after the big council meeting if you need any of those. And there'll be literature in the mailings that'll tell you what you need to do if you need a hearing or want one. Okay?
Okay. Yes, sir.
So I'm in the part of investigation where I just want to get your side of the story, hear from you, and ask a couple of questions before we get done. You got any issues or problems speaking with me?
No, I do not.
Okay.
No, that's fine.
All righty. Well, go ahead and tell me what went on, what happened. I see that you were recently hired by Jones County in February of 22, and they terminated you on December the 12th, 2023. And they listed some code of conduct and I believe it was some sort of drug workplace policy violations. If you want to, in your own words, kind of explain to me what happened.
Well, there was a safe with medication in there.
Mm-hmm.
It held like extra Tylenol, extra heartburn medication, extra say if there was an inmate with high blood pressure, they would give them like something to lower their blood pressure instead of like sending them to the doctor, of course with the nurse approval. A lot of times they would hold if someone was in the jail with a controlled substance, and apparently they say there was a pills in there that was an inmate's medication, and it was in there before I went in the safe, and then it wasn't there after I was in the safe.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I was accused, and that's pretty much why they terminated me. After they sat me in there with my partner, they were asking all the questions, but they asked me maybe 10 minutes. They asked him maybe 2 minutes, and then let him go home. And then they were going to bring me back into the investigation. Like, they were completely convinced that it was me. They were up and down. Oh, well, and did you take them? Were you selling them? This and that and this. Like,
yeah.
I'm thinking in my head, like, I don't want to work with these damn people. I really don't.
And who was the other officer? Was it Robert Perry?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Like, I'm not doubting their investigation skills at all. I'm pretty sure they're pretty good damn investigators, but I will guarantee you I am not on that tape taking medication. What happened was, when I took the thing out, these pills are packed like in little pop-out packets.
Mm-hmm.
And this specific medication was packed into these little packets that you pop the medication out of.
Yep.
And they've had instances where they came out before, and they've had instances where only a few came out because it was so packed in there.
Yeah.
When I had taken out the medication to get to Tylenol that I was actually reaching for, I had put it on top of the file cabinet next to the safe so I can get at Tylenol. Well, when I went to set it up onto the file cabinet, it slipped off a metal cage, and I had to hurry up and grab it real quick, and then set it so it didn't fall on the ground. Well, then I continued to get my Tylenol, and I go to put it back into the safe, and I hear something hit the floor. So I close the safe up, and I'm looking on the floor. I didn't see anything. I lifted up there was a chair next to the file cabinet. I lifted up the jacket to see if anything was on there, and I couldn't tell. I'm not gonna sit there and count the packets of it feels like I couldn't see anything. I wasn't gonna sit there and recount the pills. I was already getting pretty distracted because I had pill call to do anyway, and I left. There was no me taking pills out of there. There was no anything like that. So after all the accusations and how they were acting towards me, I just said, screw it. I'm going to tell them I took it, and I'll just get fired. I really didn't want to continue to work with them people anyways because of the way they were belittling me and treating me like a child and getting really just the disrespect alone of, if you know for a fact that I took them, sure. But you didn't even ask me of, did anything happen? You just continued to tell me, are you selling them? We know you're taking them. You took it. And it was to that point where I was like, I just worked a 12-hour shift that night, and I've been sitting here for an hour. You let the other guy go home 2 minutes after questioning him. You didn't have any questions for him. He worked that same night.
Yeah, and do you understand there's video there in the jail of y'all working and all, and he never left his seat during that time.
He never left his seat doing what?
There at the control tower.
Oh, okay.
So you were the one that went to the little safe to get the items that one turned up missing. Do you remember what it was that went missing?
I don't remember I don't even remember the name of it. It's something for to keep to get somebody off of drugs.
It's methadone.
Methadone, yeah. That's it.
So at first you told the investigators that you didn't take anything and you didn't know what they were talking about. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And then after they brought you back in, based on what you just told me, you said screw it, and you just admitted to it just to be done with the process and not have to work with them.
Yeah, I was like, this is ridiculous. If I'm going to be it's coming at my character and everything. Like, if you know me as a person, you know I'm not going to take that medication.
So you gave two different answers. Which one do you want me to believe? The one you initially gave them, the one you gave them when you got brought back in, or what you just told me?
Well, I wasn't going to be honest with them. I'm not going to sit there and, especially if I'm like, okay, I'm over this. Like, I'm not even. I was looking for a big huge reason to leave that place.
So admit to something you didn't do, lie to them. How does that make sense?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm coming from?
No, yeah, I get it.
But it's your statement to me that you never took anything.
Yeah, I didn't take the pills.
Okay. Have you had any addictions to opioids or had any drug usage in your 20s?
No drug usage. I had an opiate dependency back in, I think, my early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been over 10 years.
Yep. Now, why did you have an addiction to opioids back then? What was going on? What were you taking that?
I was prescribed back when I was about 17, 18 for a back injury that I had from football. Mm-hmm. And eventually it just got out of hand that way.
You got hooked on them?
Yeah.
Now, what did they give you to get you off of them?
It was Suboxone. I did a Suboxone program for a year with counseling, and I had to go to morning meetings every couple weeks, and I had to attend NA classes and all that stuff.
Got you. Now, Suboxone, it definitely is to treat dependence on opioids. It is a narcotic. I mean, yes. It treats that like heroin and morphine and stuff like that. Now, what do you think methadone does? Pretty much does the same thing, does it not?
I have no idea. I know it's to get people off of drugs. I don't know if it's used the same as Suboxone or if it's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much the same thing. It's used to treat opioids. Same thing. So you see kind of where it looks like they're coming from. You took a methadone.
That's the first thing I said to my wife too. I go, I can see exactly where they're coming from because my history. So of course it's going to be aimed right at me.
Yeah, I mean, the issues that I have is, you told them one story and then you told them another. So one of those is a lie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's where we're coming from. The interview that they conducted with you was recorded, and also with Perry, and they've provided me with videos from the jail as well. So if your statement is something fell and you wasn't real sure what it was, and then days later something come up missing.
Yeah. I think it was like 6 days. I think it was the whole next week or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think this occurred like on the 7th of December. Then on the 11th, they started looking into it. Interviewed you on the 12th and then let you go the same day. All right. You got any questions of me or post? I think I've explained the process to you.
Here? What is my responsibilities from here on out?
Well, right now your certification, your basic jail certification, which we hold, is under file review just due to the open post investigation. So technically, you are eligible for employment and to take training classes. You just can't take any training that leads to a certification, like a radar certification or FTO certification or something like that.
Okay.
But you technically are eligible to be employed. Now, I'm sure if you put an application somewhere, it's going to ask you, have you ever been terminated or fired before?
Right, absolutely.
And you're going to have to list this, of course. And whatever they choose to do from that point forward is, on them as far as their background investigation and, what documents they look for and go after and that kind of jazz.
Okay.
It could take some time for it to run its course with us. Of course, I need to get a criminal history ran on you, and I've got to finish my executive summaries and get them turned in to my director. He'll review them, and then it'll be placed on the next probable cause committee's calendar. We just had one 2 weeks ago, so those cases will be heard in March general counsel meeting. So hopefully yours can go to the next probable cause meeting, and then those cases will be taken to like the June general counsel dates, if I've got it correct. So it's going to take some months to run its course. Don't look for anything happening within 30 to 60 days is what I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
It's going to take several months, at least a half a year to run its course because the council only meets 4 times a year, which is quarterly. So
now with that, like my certification would be up in like December. So I mean, what would I do there?
What do you mean it would be up in December?
Because it's only good for a year, and so you got to get to recertify like
your training classes and everything. Now, your certification is there. Once you go through the academy, it's good. It's there. But yes, to keep it active, you need your hours, your yearly hours.
Okay, so I'm still got to get those hours then.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking at your career training right now. Hold on just a second. Says you got no deficient training years. Let's see. You had enough in 23. It looks like. Yeah, you had plenty in 23. So you were good for 2023. So yes, if this gets late summer, September, October, Novemberish, and you're not hired on anywhere yet, and you're worried about your training, yes, you can log on to the Gypstick website and the Post website and take the online classes that you need.
Okay.
And there's a list, whatever the jail cert, whatever y'all use for the jail certs, you can get those online.
Okay.
And any of those online are good. They're not certification number classes. So just stay away from those if you see that it offers a training certification number. Best example, canine handler certification, FTO certification, taser instructor certification, that kind of stuff, shy away from. I see. All the small stuff, definitely take it, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you got anything else, if you don't have anything else, this will conclude the interview portion. And best of luck to you. If anything pops up, feel free to give me a call or email. Make sure you keep your address on your post demographic page up to date.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Best of luck to you.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All right, that was Adam Butcher, post case 006-552-0124, investigator Jared Wall, Georgia Post. He returned my call from earlier this afternoon. So that's why I put him on the hold, grabbed the file, and started the recording. In the recording, 16 minutes and 55 seconds.